Hey guys, just want to remind you real quick that this is the last day for the T3 Shop's Black Friday Cyber Monday sale. You can get incredible watches like this Omega Seamaster 2577, yellow gold cap, incredible bumper automatic, and when you use the coupon code LIVEPARTY, you can actually get watches like this for under $1,000. In fact, when you use that coupon code, every watch at the shop can be had for under $1,000. And don't miss out because, again, once the clock strikes midnight Pacific tonight, all the prices will go back to normal, and this Omega is going to be like over $2,000. So, yeah, guys, click the link in the description below. Shop at the Time Teller shop. Today is your last day. All right, let's get into the episode.
It is 4:20 p.m. Oh yeah, bro! Let's get down to business. Okie dokie, so here before us is the Eye of Horus. I actually didn't even mean to do that. That sounded very cool though. Here before us is the Eye of Horus from Ciga Design. Now, not only is the bioceramic case nicely cut with a bunch of cuts and steps, not only is the watch skeletonized so you can see the movement and all the nice moving mechanical bits, but the first thing I noticed is the second hand, which actually isn't really a hand at all. It's a triangle rotating on the center spindle, housing that Eye of Horus. We're gonna get up close so you can see it, but it's another kind of example of Ciga Design stepping out of the comfort zone and taking a risk, removing a traditional hand from the handset and choosing to kind of use it as a piece of moving art. I think that's really, really cool, actually. Let's get up close. Okie dokie, so as we get up close, we can see that Eye of Horus rotating on the second spindle. A very interesting handset indeed. Now the minute hand and the hour hand are also skeletonized and very broad and bold, but just from the front, we can see the mainspring moving, and then above the spindle, we can see the barrel. We're gonna get a closer shot of that. But you know, I'm kind of coming around to skeletonized watches if they're done well and if they're interesting enough, and this definitely has the intrigue and the interesting design language. Like, let me show you one of my favorite parts. Like, we can see the mainspring moving, right? But these interesting grooved cuts here on the skeletonized frame, it's very, very interesting and not really something that you would expect to see on a skeletonized watch. Some of these kind of interesting, I don't know, serrations on the, you know, dial's frame. It's very, very cool. And as we get up close, we can see the minute hand and the hour hand, and then we see more of these interesting serrations all throughout the skeletonized dial, and then you can see that barrel right here in front of us. Just a really cool piece, and again, if you can get up close to it, you can see all these intricate details, and Ciga Design did a very good job giving us something that you can look at over and over again and find something new. Now, I wanted to get up close to this case because, again, it is an interesting material. It's bioceramic. People were freaking out about bioceramic not long ago when the moon swatches came out, and then, you know, the Blancpain, like fake 50 fathoms. I call it the Blancpain FFF, fake 50 fathom. But yeah, there are other companies using bioceramic. There's been companies that have used bioceramic before the Omega Moon swatch, and there's companies using it after. Here we can see the Ciga Design has a bioceramic case. And then as we hone in on the crown, the interesting materials continue. This is actually obsidian. So they're using not only a bioceramic case, but an obsidian crown, which is actually not something I've personally encountered ever. Jumping into the specs, we have a mineral crystal front and rear, and people will probably complain about that, but when you see the price, it might make sense to you a little bit more. As I said earlier, bioceramic case, an obsidian crown, 47.3 millimeters by 48 millimeters, 12.1 millimeters thick, powered by a CD01 automatic, which is 24 joules and a 40-hour power reserve, and this has an early bird price of $199 US. So, although you might complain about it having a mineral crystal, you know, the sub $200 price point, they have to cut costs somewhere. So now that we know the specs, let's talk about the pros and cons. I would say the first pro is that it's just utilizing very interesting materials that I don't see a whole lot of, and I'm a watch reviewer, so that's, you know, something to applaud. I really do like the square crystals and just the overall dynamic design of the watch, because hear me out, one of the coolest parts is flipping the watch over and you have essentially like a widescreen view of the entire movement. Just a really cool, large, oversized panel to look at this movement. I think it's very, very cool. And then again, just very overall dynamic everywhere. Look at that case. Very, very cool. And then the final pro, this is something I was not expecting. Incredible lume, actually. Really, really good lume. Now I'm gonna put the watch on my wrist here to show you the only con that I can really speak of, and it's that the watch is going to wear quite large if you have smaller wrists. So I have just above 7.5-inch wrists, and this thing pretty much encompasses the entirety of my wrist. Now I can pull it off, but I'm gonna tell you, if you have smaller wrists than mine, this is something to consider. Now, it's not gargantuan because it actually lays quite flat on your wrist, and the bioceramic makes this thing very, very light. But if you do have more slender wrists, or maybe if you're a female, you might wanna consider just how big this thing is, because again, it's very, very impressive to see all these things here, and they gave you a very wide view. All in all, Ciga has given us yet another impressive, unique watch with an interesting yet cohesive design, and at a very affordable price. So let me know in the comment section if this is something you'd wear. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description below, and again, take advantage of that early bird pricing because you can get it for, I believe, just under $200, like 199 bucks. And then if you wanna go above and beyond and support me here, don't forget about the Time Teller Shop Black Friday sale, which is going on Friday, November 24th at midnight Pacific. Use the coupon code T3Turkey, all capitalized, and save yourself some money. Don't miss out. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jordan Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.